Yeah, that's why I asked you though.
I'm planning on tuning up.
Okay. Merry meet, children of Herne. Well, we have been discussing wands and wand magic. So I want to go off that for tonight, or for today. I want to discuss other things that are just as important. Now, you cannot work magic which is against nature. You know, what seems impossible, you cannot work magic this way. This is the dark side. So they can, but we don't. We work with nature. So all magic must be dealt with a health or spiritual aspect, not a material aspect. I am not interested of what happens in this realm. This isn't my purpose. My purpose is to teach you the spiritual realm. There's a vast difference, and I feel that you must understand this. So it's no good hoping to get a spell to clean your car. It's no good to getting a spell to make your other half get up. It don't work, believe me. Excuse me. You're interested in dealing with the psyche of another person. If a person is under a psychic attack, you've got a spell for it. If something is lost, you want to draw it to you, there is a spell for it. All these things are to deal with the psyche. If you want to call a spirit to you, there's a spell for that too. All things spiritual. Not, I want to win the lotto, so I want to get the numbers. Is there a spell for it? No, there is not. This is a material essence on this realm, and this realm only. We're not concerning ourselves with that. So now, we've dealt quite a lot with the wand, but we haven't dealt with the athame. Now the athame, again, like the wand, it has to be attuned to you, and it has to be dedicated. If it isn't, it's not going to function right. The athame is a fire tool, and it is to unite or to synchronize things together. Like the chalice is female, the athame is male. As I told you before, you have to have the two polarities. You cannot say, oh, I'm a witch, or I'm a wizard, but I do it solo. How can you do it solo? You have to have the two polarities. You're losing a lot. You can do some things solo, but you're losing a hell of a lot if you're trying to do that solo. Now, I have seen books, was it 3,000 spells? Such rubbish. Spells don't come by mixing herbs and various things together. It does not work that way. Herbs come from here. Spells come from here. It's intention. A powerful intention. And this is important. Now also the Coven pentagram, I will put the link on site. Either today or tomorrow, I'll show it on site for you. So those who want the pentagram have access to it and they can order it. The supplier is very reliable, so there's no problem whatsoever. The athame, by the way, should be double-bladed. In other words, it should be sharp on both sides. What does it represent? The straight blade represents truth. And loyalty. It represents your personality, that you are straight with all things, that you do not lie. This is important. It has to be steel. I have seen strange things like wooden athames. Come on, give me a break. That has nothing to do with it. It has to be steel because of the earth core. The earth core is made of iron, so the blade of the athame must be steel or iron. Does the handle have to be black? Of course not. The handle does not have to be black. It can be gold, silver, metal, plastic. I don't give a crap. It can be any color you want. It can be used, the most obvious thing it's used is for drawing up the circle, for casting the circle. You cast the circle with the athame or its big brother, the sword. Now this is an important factor for consecrating the water that you use for libation. Should be done with the athame. Calling up the guardians of the watchtowers on the four quarters is done with the athame, not the wand. The wand has many uses, some of them I've mentioned. Those who want to know about how to do certain things, yeah, okay. I've also seen spells which attracting someone to you. What the hell is that all about? You cannot take a person's free will away in any circumstances. It's forbidden. So to attract a mate that lives down the road that you want them interested in you, you don't do a love spell or a love potion or any bloody thing else. You just talk to them, get to know them. In this day and age, there's so much violence, there's so much going on, that I strongly advise, form your own reality. Shield yourself away from this. Form your own reality. But what do I mean by that? Well, concentrate on the beautiful things. Keep away from violence. I mean that in reading violence, watching violence. It's not necessary. It just fills your head full of a load of crap. We are here to teach spiritual teachings. All of you. That's what this family was organized for teaching and bringing you all up. I'm no one special. I'm just a drop in a great ocean of water. That's all I am. It's what works through me and what works through Dark Raven One that makes the difference. Also, it was mentioned they don't know where the gatekeepers are. They've never seen the gatekeepers. No, you won't. I have. But why dwell on it? Their gatekeepers are there. They won't let you through otherwise. If you're working on the Kabbalah, which Kabbalah is not a Celtic thing, is it really? Let's be honest about it. But then again, if you want to work through the Kabbalah, then acknowledge that the gatekeeper is there. I don't want to go too much in the Kabbalah. Everyone seems to switch to the Kabbalah, whether it's healing, or whether it's witchcraft, or whether it's magic. Why? It's not the older system. What I practice is about the older system. In the days of the burning, we got the little old lady who used to grow herbs and heal with herbs, and had great knowledge of healing. And she was probably hunted down and destroyed by those who didn't understand. Oh, it's witchcraft, it's got to be evil. Witchcraft is not evil. Witch is, a root word of witch is wise. Witchcraft is the craft of the wise. That's where the word comes from. So, if you're friendly with everyone but you hate the fella down the road, is that very wise? No, it isn't. Oh, I'm into witchcraft, I think I'll watch some horror tonight. Is that wise? No. Always try and think along these lines. Now your themi must be, we're going back to themi again now, aren't we? The themi must be kept in a sacred place, either under your altar or on your altar. The two main things. I'll be covering a lot more with the themi because I feel it's important, and this also applies to the sword. Now I made a mistake on my last video. I said I didn't discuss things that I would talk about on site with Dark Raven. And yes, I do. Because she is my support, she is my backbone, and she is the disciplinarian. She has to be, because she has quite a few witches and quite a few covens to deal with. So I'll let you think about this. How long have I got?
35 seconds.
Why don't you keep me informed on how long I've got? Okay, I've got 25 seconds, so I must go. My blessings to you all. And of course, to Crystal Spirit Woman's new home. May it be truly blessed. Merry we have met, merry we part, merry we will meet again. Namaste.